I'm joined by Ashton Lee, Bognar's first goal scorer today, after watching the Rocks beating Worthing 2-0. Ashton, how are you and the boys feeling after that second half display?
Buzzing, absolutely buzzing. There's a feel-good factor now within the side. We're all pulling the right way. Just to get 3 points here, especially in our own backyard, like the fans were saying, it's just can probably kick-start our season now, and I think we can get going.
Well, second half I thought Bognor dominated, but it was of course your goal that gave Bognor the lead. Fantastic finish, and I must say the fans behind the goal, celebrating with them. How good is it to have the fans there? First of all, talk about your goal, how important that was to score at that time.
I mean, I don't like to talk about goals, but it was a worldie.
It was a worldie.
In front of the fans, especially, they travelled. It was brilliant. What was it, 600 of us, and then to go crazy behind that goal and just to get in amongst it as soon as I scored was it was a crazy feeling. It was decent.
Well, I said on the radio we could have given any of the players in that second half man of the match. We actually gave it to Ethan Robb.
Pardon? You sure?
We gave it to Ethan Robb, but Amadou was a contender, yourself, everyone. There were so many people we could have given it to. That's why I'm going to interview Ethan after. But I have a special mention to you, Ashton, because of course in the last couple of games you've been on the bench and you've just been getting involved in a bit with the ref. Yeah. And I was thinking, Ashton, this isn't you. No. On your day, you're a quality player, and we haven't been seeing that side of you. We don't know what it is. The fans have been thinking Ashton's a quality player, and today just proves you are a quality player, Ashton. You don't need to get involved with silly things like with the referee and the other players.
No,
just play your football. So how are you at the moment? Are you feeling good about playing for Bognor? Are you 100% committed? Because after that display I think you've absolutely shown that you are.
Yeah, of course I am. I just get like you say, caught up in a bit of a argy-bargy and that. I don't need to do it. I mean, I've got to let my feet do the talking, and obviously today I did let my feet do the talking. I still get involved, but like I say, as soon as I stop that, as soon as I get going myself, get on the ball, make things happen, we're going to win games.
Well, yeah, of course today, massive game. Next week, an even more massive game. We all know what happened last time we played Hazing Yedden. If we play like that today, it's not going to win 5-0 to Hazing Yedden. We could win that game. How important is it now to build from this second half, to go into training on Thursday, just to carry on what we've done today? Hopefully we've got a couple of players back, who knows, but our squad is so strong at the moment. You've seen with Craney on the bench, Kane Deirdre Roberts coming on, the pitch, the subs, everything about Bognor at the moment is looking fantastic, isn't it? Yeah,
like you say, it goes from the 11 that's starting to the boys on the bench to the boys not even in the squad. Like I say, we're all pulling in the right direction, training hard with Tuesday, Thursdays when we haven't got a game, and when Saturday comes, obviously there's going to be disappointments. It's going to be like I say, I've been on the bench, I've been disappointed, but I have been injured. But I've come back. Obviously, I've managed to grab a shirt today, and I think I've done well enough to keep it for Saturday. But like you say, we've just got to keep working hard as a team, as individuals, and we'll go from there.
But fantastic today, Ashton. I thought I'll get one with you after that goal. Fantastic display, and a well done to all you boys. Thank you, Ashton.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Well, after the interview with Ashton Lee, we're now joined by Ethan Robb, the Rocks Radio Player of the Match. And I must say, Ethan, dropping back into that defence, you would not have noticed that today. I thought you was fantastic. The whole back four in the second half was really, really good. How would you sum up the performance from the boys today?
Unbelievable, I think, to be honest. I think you could tell the real togetherness. You know, I think we come into the game knowing what we had to do. We knew it was going to be tough, but at the end of the day, you know, a result was going to come at some point. And, you know, no better place than do it than here, is there? So, yeah, unbelievable, really.
Well, 2,101 fans, and I think there was only 500 of them singing in the second half behind the goal. How important is it to have them fans on our side? Because, of course, in a stadium like this, you could get drowned out by Worthing's noise. Yeah. But I just think we silenced them. Second half, they didn't have anything to cheer about. We dominated, didn't we?
Yeah, well, I mean, you could hear them from the start, to be fair, and it always gives you that extra boost, doesn't it? You know, coming into a game, playing a game when you're under the cosh a little bit, you know, that's what you need, don't you? You need your fans behind the goal. You know, and we had that today, so I think that really gave us that extra push, especially in the second half when we were struggling a little bit. So, yeah.
Ethan, I just want to ask you, obviously, you've made the decision to come back to Bognor, having been on loan at Brentford. How easy was that decision to make?
Very easy, to be honest. You know, I kept in contact with everyone, obviously, when I went up to Brentford for a little bit. And, you know, I didn't know what was going to come at the end of it. You know, I wasn't sure if I was going to stay or go, but I always had it in my mind that, you know, if it didn't work out, this would be the place I'd always come back to. You know, I got the opportunity to play here when I got released by Pompey. So you know, I didn't really have any other thoughts, to be honest, but to come back here.
And what did you learn in your time at Griffin Park, now the Brentford Community Stadium?
I learned a lot. I mean, it was difficult. I mean, firstly going in, standard was unbelievable. You know, the boys were incredible players, but you just, you know, as long as you believe in yourself, you know, you get to grips with it pretty quickly. The coaches were very good, so I learnt a lot of them. You know, I think the main thing is just to believe in your own ability, trust yourself, you know, and showcase what you can do.
Has it given you that kind of appetite now, having been a professional footballer for a while, training every day, to want to have that as a full-time job?
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's, you know, for anyone, to be honest, that's the end goal, isn't it? To be playing football. If you love football, that's all you want to do, just play every day. But you know, to be honest, I'm so happy here when I come and play for Bognor. Obviously training Tuesday, Thursdays. You know, it's perfect really at the minute, and it means that at the end of the day that I'm playing football, and that's the main thing wherever you are. So yeah. Well,
just lastly, just said to Ashton, we've got another really tough game next week away to Hazing Yedden. I think after that performance, I think the boys will have their confidence backs up. We need a performance like that to get our confidence up, because of course in the previous 2 weeks it hasn't been that great to watch. Being honest, I think the players would admit as well.
Yeah, we know.
But today we've shown what we can do, and it's frustrating that we do it against Worthing.
Yeah.
So now Hazing Yedden, of course, I don't want to talk. I don't know if you played the last time we played.
Yeah, I did play. Yeah.
It wasn't the best.
No.
So we're going to put that right.
Yeah.
So how are you going to react at training? I don't know if there's going to be a
training Thursday.
Yeah, training Thursday. So you got the day off tomorrow, I presume. Training Thursday. Get on that game Saturday.
Yeah.
How would you see that game? Do you think? I've got a feeling that game might be tougher than today.
Yeah, I think they've started really well, haven't they? So, you know, we know from last year that it's going to be a tough place to go. I mean, first half we matched them last year. Second half, obviously, you know, it all went to pot a little bit. But, you know, at the end of the day, we've got to take the confidence from today, not only into next weekend, but for the season now. I think we've proved today what we can do and what we can be. It's just about, you know, taking it in together, everyone staying together, sticking together, you know, using the confidence, and, you know, who knows what we can do. So that's all it is, really.
Well, lastly, I had somebody on the Mixler on the Rocks radio commenting. I think it might have been one of your grandparents, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
They commented saying, they made a comment saying, "Great to see Ethan doing well." And I'd said it is. He's literally, because it was the tough man of the match decision. I said Ethan, I said Amadou, and then I said Ethan. Yeah. We had Joe Dandy there, but we've given it to you. So congratulations today, Ethan, and on to Saturday, mate. Well done today, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Well done.
Robbie, Derby Day delight for the Rocks. What a win!
Yeah, no, absolutely. We needed a performance. We haven't been good enough in terms of results in the first 3 games. We've showed glimpses of real good quality, but we've not defended our box and struggled to not concede. So for us today, in a massive game like it is, it's a great result. And to be honest, I'm not saying it to be funny. Actually, I'm just so pleased for the supporters, genuinely, because you know, we struggled the first couple of games in terms of conceding poor goals, and for us to turn out a performance like that and get the win and defend like we did, with a, you know, not a recognised back force to say. 3 of our back 4 normally would play, and for us not to have them, we thought it was going to be a big loss. But for us to win this game, it goes to show with hard work, commitment and belief, you know, you can achieve things, and we're so happy with the result. We know we've got a long way to go. We're not stupid to know that. But you know, we hopefully now this is the springboard we need, and the kickstart and the belief for the players that we can have a successful season.
A real game of 2 halves. Let's go back to the first half. To be fair on the balance of play, do you feel that Worthing had the better of the first half?
Yeah, they did have the better of the first half. We were a little bit unbalanced, and the players got caught in a situation in terms of formation to try and stop them. Once we addressed that at half time, we felt that we come, you know, storming back into the game, and for us to score the goals we did with the quality of the goals, you know, it's great, and you know, we're really happy with the result. And you know, like I said to you, it's got to be a springboard for the players, because if we play like that against the team, and let's have it, you know, I know they're local rivals, but they're a good side. They're a very good team. The manager's done a great job here. They've got some really good players, and they know the jobs. And for us to beat them, and I think over the course of the game, being away from home, I think we deserved it. So, you know, we're really happy.
And then second half, the Rocks have scored twice. What was your view on the second half?
Well, I think like I say, we tried to adjust the formation, tweak it a little bit when we were out of possession, and I think the players came with it, you know. And listen, when you're playing a team as good as Worthing, certainly on their own pitch, you're going to come under a lot of pressure. It's inevitably because of the way they play, and they're a good side. They've got energy, they've got athleticism, they've got quality. So we know that we're going to come under pressure at times, and it's how you deal with that. And I thought to a man, I think everybody dealt with that very well, and you know, some outstanding performances. And you know, like I say, we just got to use this now as a springboard to hopefully kickstart the season.
You've said about 2 good goals. Let's talk about the first one.
Yeah, no, listen, there's no better player, in my opinion, for our squad to be coming in from the right hand side with his left foot. It's a great finish, great composure, and it's a fantastic finish. And we always fancy Ashton in them areas to at least hit the target, and you know, it's a fantastic goal.
And the second goal, Robbie, the one that sealed the Alcester Coast win for the Rocks.
Yeah, no, it was a breakaway down the right, great play, and I think it's Calvin who squared the ball for Kane. Kane, as he should do, playing wide left, be in the right area to score the goal. So no, it was a good second goal, and then obviously they change things and bring a couple of people on, and you know, they're trying to stay in, they're trying to get a goal from somewhere, but for us to hold on, and I think that we, you know, hold on comfortably really. So listen, we're over them and we're delighted.
There's been a lot of talk about the defence being a little bit shaky at times, especially the past week at Haringey. Today though, I've got to single out Joe Dandy for the tackles. Even Robb in the first half, superb, but Dandy, that tackle for me is as good as a goal at the other end.
Absolutely. I spoke to Ethan and I spoke to Joe before the game, and I said, this is a day, or this could be a game where you define yourself and come as a man, and get them leadership qualities that you need, and they did. They stood up and be counted, and they were outstanding, and the jobs we asked them to do, you know. But I think all over collectively, I think Geordie, Nathan, Kane, they worked so hard. You obviously Harvey, who's just come back from injury, worked so hard, ran himself into the ground after 65 minutes. We had to bring him off, and then luckily you've got the experience of James Crane to come on to talk to the young lads and communicate and see the game out. So listen, the fullbacks, great work. Everyone works so hard, even the subs, and you know, it takes that. And if you want to be successful, or if you want to, you know, try and get positive results at venues like this, you have to have that.
I do want to move on to next week, but before we do, we've already touched on it. We've got videos of the fans from the commentary. Robbie, that was amazing. That end of the ground to our right was jumping with the green and white. We must have had maybe 500, 600, 700 in a crowd of over 2,000 today. The fans were amazing.
Don't really know what to say about the fans really. I think it's just standard procedure from them. You know, they're fantastic wherever we go, whatever we do, through the good times and the bad. It's just one hell of a club, supported by fantastic supporters, and genuinely, I'm not saying it to get any brownie points, because I don't need to do that. I always try and speak honestly and openly. Yeah. And you know, the fans deserve that. They deserve that for all the hard work they do for the 18 months or the 50, whatever long it was without football or sporadic football, and for them to be patient and wait. Because listen, players, coaches, managers, supporters, they wait for these days. They wait for these days and these games, and to apply yourself the way we did speaks volumes for the players. Listen, we've got a young group, but we have got some good players, and when they're on it, they're a handful. And once we're only going to get better in it. We're only going to get better, Lee. We'll get stronger, better. Front three will get better, and you know, we're really, really happy with what's happened.
Hazen, you're heading in the FA Cup and laughing, because last year was about as bad as it gets. I mentioned it in the Isthmian Premier Division predictions that I did. It was about as bad as it got last year, the 5-0.
Well, at half time it was about as good as it got without a goal. You know, I couldn't believe that we conceded. And sorry, I couldn't believe it was 0-0 at half time, because we should have been 2 or 3-0 up. And then I always say to Jack, when the draw came out, I said, if you were a person, a scout or anyone watching that game, and you as two friends were talking in the stand and said, by the way, at full time Bognor Regis is going to lose this game 5-0, you'd have told the person to go and watch tennis, and you haven't got a clue about football, and that just turns football. That's what it does to you. So for us to listen, you haven't got a God-given right to go there and rectify it. All we've got to do is have that same application, apply ourselves the way we have today, and anything can happen, because with hard work and teamwork, and not individuals, collectively as a group, you can achieve things, and that's what we've been saying to the players. we know we've got a lot of quality, and if we can get that bravery and devilment and commitment from the players, we will be okay.
And
That was two days.
I do want to ask you a question, because he's just to my left as well. James Crane obviously left Bognor to come to Worthing and then came back to the Rocks. You could see what it meant to him at the end. What does he bring to the changing room?
Well, he brings experience, he brings character, brings quality. And listen, we're happy that he's here with us. And like you say, when he comes on there in the second half, you can see the experience he's got, and that know-how of getting over the line and talking to the younger lads and giving them that obviously advice that we need. And he come on with the fresh legs. Harvey had worked into the ground for 65 minutes, and obviously Craney came on and finished the game off. So now listen, it's a team game. It always is in these games, because the players, with the amount of effort they put in, they can't fully sustain it for 90 minutes, and we need them bodies on the bench to come on and make an impact. So for us to actually do that, listen, we're really, really happy with it.
I don't really want to speak on behalf of the fans, but I know that I'm the one that gets to speak to you, and I just want to say thank you, because you've given us bragging rights on social media.
No, it's not about me. It's not about the players. It's a collective thing, and it's the club. It's the club, which is with the supporters, the players, the staff, and everybody united to try and get one goal, which is a successful result. And we've done that. But what we can't do is just stand there now and accept it and just say, you know what, that's our season, mate. It's not. That should be a springboard and a kick on for us, because I do genuinely believe. Listen, we've got a lot of young lads as well, Lee. So expectations sometimes can be made too much because of the personnel sometimes. But we've got a lot of young lads, and that's got to be put in perspective. And sometimes young lads with naivety, they make mistakes and they're learning because they haven't got all the experience. That's not me being negative. I'm just trying to say that we feel in-house that we've got certainly a good amount of squad and a good players, and we'll be trying all we can to have a very successful season.
Well, congratulations, Robbie. Enjoy the win. Thank you very much.
Cheers, top man.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.